Sa video natin ngayon, we will discuss about soil properties or soil composition. So we will start with the components of a soil sample. Sa isang soil sample, we have three components. We have soil solid. Iba-iba yung condition ng soil. Merong moist soil. Meron din tayong tinatawag na dry. Meron ding saturated or zero air voids, mga ganon. So ito yung tatlong components natin. Air, water, saka soil solid. So yung combination ng air saka water, ito yung tinatawag natin na voids. Ayan. So, di ba, meaning ng void is empty. But hindi necessarily empty part yan ng soil since meron namang water saka air dyan. But yan yung part na empty of soil solid. Kaya tinatawag siya na voids. So, if you look at the formula for the soil volume, we have the volume of soil solid plus the volume of voids. Ayan. But if you want to split it, we have the volume of soil solid plus the volume of water plus the volume of air in the voids. So, yan yung mga subscripts natin. Yung volume of voids naman, yan yung volume of water plus the volume of air. So, ito yung mathematical expressions. And of course, the total weight, W, is equal to the weight of soil solid plus the weight of water. Neglected na yung air dyan, since virtually naman wala siyang weight. So, the parameters na kailangan nating aralan, yung weight tsaka volume ng soil. And we will discuss the relationships between weight and volume. Sa laboratory kasi, we usually quantify the weight and the volume in order to determine the soil properties. So we will start with weight. We have our symbol W. Again, W is the total weight of the soil. Yung V naman is the total volume. The weight of air is virtually zero. Yung water, meron siyang sariling weight. Saka yung soil solid. The volume of air plus the volume of water, kapag in-add natin yan, yan yung volume of voids. And of course, we have the volume of soil solid. Pero take note lang ha, hindi ito yung actual configuration. Yung water saka air kasi, they would inherit the shape of the container. So since yung solid hindi naman fully compact, yung water saka air would move between soil particles. But the way we set this up is by density. Yung pinaka-dense, which is solid, is nasa ilalim. So we will start muna sa volume. Sa volume, meron tayong mga parameters na dapat pag-aralan. First is yung void ratio, this one. Next is porosity. Yung S naman, yan yung degree of saturation. And omega, minsan omega or simply read this as W, yan yung water content or moisture content. So itong void ratio, this is the ratio of the volume of voids to the volume of solids. Mathematically expressed as V sub V, volume of voids, over V sub S, volume of solid. Yung porosity naman, yan yung ratio ng volume of voids to the total volume. Or we can simply describe this as E over 1 plus E. Actually, we can solve the void ratio based on N. Meron din tayong formula para sa void ratio, which is this one. We can use N divided by 1 minus N. Ayan, pwede natin gamitin yan. If ever, ito yung binigay. So, we will try to derive this one. N is equal to V sub V divided by the volume. Ngayon, yung total volume is simply the volume of solid plus the volume of voids. And sa top side ng equation, we have the volume of voids. So, we can actually factor out this term sa ilalim. So, we would have V sub V divided by V sub V. Ayan. Yung VS, V sub S over V sub V is simply V sub S over V sub V. V sub V divided by V sub V is equal to 1. We have plus 1. V sub V will cancel. So we now have 1 divided by V sub S over V sub V, then plus 1. Now we can multiply the whole thing by V sub V over V sub S, which is the reciprocal of this term. Basically, isa sa numerator, isa rin sa denominator. So we have V sub V over V sub S divided by V sub V over V sub S. We are not changing the whole expression since this term is just equal to 1. So once we multiply or distribute, di ba alam natin na yung V sub V over V sub S is equal to E. So we have E divided by, yung sa ilalim naman, V sub V over V sub S multiplied by this expression will just become 1. So we have 1. Then 1 times V sub V over V sub S is just also equal to E. So E over 1 plus E ito yung formula na madiderive natin, which is this one. So if you think na parang may missing given, you have to check all the parameters and relationships. Nandun na yung pinaka-hint. As long as alam mo yung definition. Dati, nung undergrad, ito lang yung mga formulas na minemorize ko. For E, ratio of the volume of voids to the volume of solid. Porosity naman, volume of voids to the total volume. Ayan. So back to the definition, di ba alam natin na yung porosity is the quality or degree of having minute spaces or holes through which liquid or air may pass. That's why it's the ratio of voids, the volume of voids to the total volume. So bale ito, hindi mo na rin kailangan yan i-memorize. There are cases lang na N yung binigay. This is the fastest way to solve E. But nakuha lang yan through derivation pa rin. But para mas madali yung pag-derive, merong ibang way. We can actually treat Vs as 1. So this would become 1. Ayan. The total volume now would be 1 plus V sub V. So balik tayo sa definition ng E. Since yung E, ratio ng volume of voids to the volume of solid, we would have V sub V over V sub S. Ayan. But V sub S is treated as 1. So mangyayari dyan, we would have V sub V divided by 1. Therefore, E pala is equal to V sub V, or simply this term. Now, moving to porosity naman, N is equal to V sub V over the total volume. The total volume would now be 1 plus V sub V. Or simply, nakuha natin na V sub V is equal to E. So, we can eliminate this term. Palitan na lang natin ng E. And yung V sub V dyan, papalitan din natin ng E. So, E over 1 plus E, same lang dito. But ito yung more formal na derivation. Next, we talk about the degree of saturation. Yung degree of saturation is the ratio of the volume of water to the volume of voids. So, this calculates how much water is available in the voids compared to air. The higher this value is, it means na mas marami yung water. Yung water content naman is based on the weight. So, the weight of water to the weight of solid. Next, we talk about the unit weight. The most general formula for unit weight, which is usually described as gamma. Ito yung symbol niya, parang ribbon. This is equal to weight divided by volume. That's why sa structural theory, yung unit nito is kilonewton per meter cube. So, weight divided by volume na cubic meter. But other expressions may also use grams, pwede rin cubic centimeter, mga ganon, as long as unit of force and unit of volume. So the unit weight is defined as the weight of soil per unit volume. Or sometimes this is called the moist unit weight. Ayan. Now, practically, sa field, almost lahat ng soil, kapag kinuha mo yung unit weight, yung moist unit weight talaga, yung makukuha mo. Lalo na kapag rainy season. So we can describe this with another formula. We have the specific gravity, G sub S, plus the degree of saturation multiplied by E, which is the void ratio, multiplied by gamma of water. Gamma of water is taken to be 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. Then divided by 1 plus E. We will talk more about the derivation later. So ito pwede rin yan tawaging in situ unit weight or field unit weight. Yun yung ibang terms na ginagamit. Now, yung dry unit weight naman, which is gamma sub D, ito yung weight per unit volume of soil, excluding water. So, we have the weight of solid alone, hindi kasali yung weight ng water, divided by the total volume. Now, naturally, the dry unit weight will be lesser than the moist unit weight. Since kapag merong tubig, mas lalaki yung weight. Diba? So, kapag dry, wala na si water, so this will be a lesser value. So halimbawa, merong multiple choice na exam and tinatanong yung moist unit weight saka dry unit weight, most likely yung pinakamalaki na value would be the moist unit weight. Yung maliit naman na values, yun yung dry unit weight. If you want to guess. But again, hindi yan siya ideal. Hindi ka 100% sure. But if you look at the terms, ito G sub S plus S multiplied by E. Ito naman, G sub S lang. Ito lang yung nagbago. But since yung moist unit weight is mas malaki siya kaysa sa dry unit weight, that's why meron tayong inad na term dyan. Dito naman, G sub S lang. So this will be a lesser value. So useful siya sa pag-memorize ng formulas. Now, again ha, iba yung dry unit weight sa unit weight ng soil solid. Kapag soil solid lang kasi, we would have the weight of solid, then excluding water, we divide this by the total volume of solid. This is another term naman. So, the reason why we use the total volume is because, di ba alam natin na yung weight, dalawang components lang. Hindi kasi kasali dyan si air, since virtually weightless. So, yung W would be weight of solid plus weight of water. Then, we divide this by the volume of air plus the volume of water plus the volume of solid. So, ito yung para sa moist unit weight. Kapag sa dry unit weight naman, matatanggal na si water. Yung weight ng water saka volume ng water. So, we have the weight of solid, but yung total volume is still the volume of solid plus the volume of air. So, that's why we use still the total volume. So, again, ano yung importance ng unit weight of soil solid? Which is weight of solid lang divided by the volume of solid. Yung significance nito is para sa computation ng specific gravity, which is G sub S. More on this later. But aside from this specific gravity, meron din tayong tinatawag na bulk specific gravity and also mass specific gravity. Itong dalawa, iba yan sa G sub S. This is actually based on the soil and they will utilize the total soil volume. So basically, yung G sub S, if based on this one, this would be gamma over gamma of water. Yung computation kasi ng specific gravity is always relative to water. Now, if in terms of density naman, kapag density, yung symbol natin is rho. This one. Parang P yan. Usually, P yung pagbasa ko dyan. But rho yung actual na Greek symbol. So, rho divided by rho of water. Yung density ng water is 1,000 kg per cubic meter. Of course, at 4 degrees Celsius. But this is another specific gravity. Yung G sub S na nire-refer natin sa formula is actually gamma sub S over gamma sub water. So, in terms of density, more formally, gamma of solid yan. Ayan. So, yung specific gravity na ma-encounter natin sa problems, galing yan dyan. Now, we have another formula, which is the saturated unit weight of water. This could also be described as WS plus the weight of water divided by 1 plus E. Hindi ko kasi siya nasulat together with these relationships. Ayan. Or simply, yung 1 plus E is the volume. Now, we can also express the moist unit weight in terms of the dry unit weight by multiplying the dry unit weight sa factor na to. 1 plus omega, which is the moisture content. So, of course, mas malaki yung moist unit weight since including water yan kesa sa dry unit weight. That's why we add something to 1 para mas lalaki yung moist unit weight. So, hindi ka na malilito sa formulas if alam mo yung relationships. Kasi minsan, when students memorize, baka ito yung nagiging gamma dry, tas ito yung gamma. But if you know the relationship, alam mong hindi pwede since gamma dry cannot be larger than gamma. So, yan yung pinaka-hint mo dyan. Now, this formula naman is the moisture content in terms of the degree of saturation, void ratio, and the specific gravity. And then, yung gamma prime naman is the buoyant unit weight, which is the saturated unit weight minus the unit weight of water. Now, we also have what we call the void ratio of saturated soil. Yung formula niyan is E is equal to the moisture content multiplied by the specific gravity. Kapag saturated soil kasi, ibig sabihin yung degree of saturation is equal to 100%. So we can go back to this formula. Ito naman yung formula para sa degree of saturation. If the degree of saturation is 100% or equal to 1, then this would become 1 is equal to omega multiplied by G sub S divided by E. We can multiply E sa kabilang side. We arrive with this formula. Now, yung ibig sabihin ng 100% yung degree of saturation is yung buong voids, lahat ng air basically, nafe-fill up ng water. So, yung buong void, bale wala ng air, water na lang. But again you can use the formulas in conjunction with the previous formulas. So, for the moist unit weight, since alam natin na yung gamma dry is equal to this expression, then this would be GS multiplied by gamma W divided by 1 plus E. Then, multiply natin yan by 1 plus the moisture content. Ayan. Or if yung given is yung degree of saturation S, we can use this formula. Another formula we can use for the void ratio is the specific gravity multiplied by gamma W over gamma dry minus 1. Notice na yung S, merong formula na ganito, saka ito rin. So, saan yung pwede mong i-memorize? You can memorize both depending on the given kasi, yung application nila. If, for example, given yung void ratio lang, saka moisture content, and yung specific gravity, then you can use this expression para makuha mo yung S. Mahirap kasi yan if you backtrack and use the definition. Isosolve mo pa kasi yung volume ng water saka volume of voids if gusto mo siyang makuha. Yung degree of saturation based on the moisture content and E. So, yun yung mahirap dyan. But if alam mo yung relationships, di ba, you can eliminate some of the formulas. Minsan kasi sa ibang review centers or sa ibang books, this is stated explicitly. But if alam mo yung formula ng degree of saturation, and if alam mo na yung saturated soil has a degree of saturation of 1, then you can also come up with this formula from this one. So actually ito, hindi mo na yan kailangan i-memorize. Since ito lang yan, naka-rearrange. If you want to memorize this one, na isang line lang, we can multiply E sa left side ng equation. Then this would be SE is equal to WGS. And you can use mnemonics, yung SE, Stephen Curry, and rearrange natin yan, GS multiplied by omega, or GSW. Stephen Curry, Golden State Warriors. Ayan. You can also make mnemonics para sa ibang formulas if you want. So, itong dalawa, hindi na yan needed if we use this one. And for saturated soil, S is equal to 100%. Now, another formula we will talk about is the air-void ratio. Yung air-void ratio is equal to N multiplied by 1 minus S. Yung N dyan is porosity. So, notice na kapag meron tayong volume of voids, and yung soil sample natin is fully saturated, di ba, wala nang air na matitira. So, kapag 100% yung degree of saturation, yung mangyayari dyan is N multiplied by 1 minus 1 is equal to 0 since wala nang air. So, air void ratio would also be equal to 0. So, relative yan sa degree of saturation. So, this is an additional formula. Hindi ko pa siya sinali sa website since from 2010, I think hindi pa to lumabas. I mean, from 2015 pala. Also, meron tayong tinatawag na zero air void unit weight. Yung zero air void unit weight, or gamma sub ZAV, this is equal to GS times gamma W divided by 1 plus omega multiplied by GS. Ayan. You can use this one if sinabi sa problem na what is the unit weight if yung air void equal to 0. Now, for the buoyant unit weight naman, this formula, this is sometimes referred to as effective unit weight of soil. Ayan, effective unit weight. Or minsan tinatawag din na submerged unit weight. Ayan. And this formula right here is the hydraulic gradient for quicksand condition, which is simply the buoyant unit weight over the unit weight of water. Or we can also express this as GS minus 1 over 1 plus E. So again, ito yung mga formula natin para sa unit weight. If you want the density naman, just replace gamma by rho. Ayan, ito silang lahat. Yung gamma W, papalitan mo ng rho W. So kapag rho W, 1,000 kilograms per cubic meter yung value niya. If gamma W lang, 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. Same lang sa constant ni gravity. Kasi 'di ba, yung 1,000 kg per meter cube, multiply it by the constant of gravity, 9.81. That's why we have this one. So, lagay na lang din natin na density of water is 1,000 kg per cubic meter. So, gamma of water is equal to 1,000 kilograms multiplied by 9.81 meter per second squared. This will still be in newtons. So, we need to divide this by 1,000 para maging kilonewton siya. Then, this is per meter cube. Dividing this by 1,000, magka-cancel yan. So, we have 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. Another tip naman, para sa effective unit weight, mas maganda yung formula na to. Gamma sat minus gamma W instead of using this one. But ito yung formula na nasa reference book ko. Now, itong formula na to, we will usually encounter this sa permeability na topic. So, more on this later. And if you want to know the relationship, ito galing lang yan sa effective unit weight. Basically, yung gamma W lang yung term na nawala. GS minus 1 over 1 plus E. So, ibig sabihin pala, if the hydraulic gradient for quicksand condition is given, then you can replace this one. Bali, yung buoyant unit weight will be equal to ICR multiplied by gamma W. Ayan, same lang. If you want to relate it sa formula na to. This is actually ICR. Pwede rin IC. But ICR yung nakasanayan ko. Now, if you want to derive this formula, yung sa air void ratio naman, another tip. Related yan sa ratio ng volume of air voids to the total volume. Total volume ng soil sample. However, be careful lang since may isang book din akong nabasa na yung air void ratio is actually the volume of air divided by the volume of soil solid lang, hindi total volume. But nung dinerive ko kasi ito, yung air void ratio na N multiplied by 1 minus S, yung lumabas is V sub A divided by V. May another formula kasi tayong pag-uusapan, which is the percentage of air voids. So we have here gamma dry, or gamma D na lang, is equal to 1 minus N sub A multiplied by G sub S times gamma of water divided by 1 plus the moisture content multiplied by the specific gravity, where yung N sub A is the percentage of air voids. You can use this one. And para naman sa zero air void unit weight, para hindi mo na siya kailangan i-memorize. Di ba kapag zero yung air void, ibig sabihin, yung degree of saturation is equal to 1. Since occupied ng water, lahat ng voids. So essentially, we can just use the dry unit weight, this formula right here, GS times gamma W over 1 plus E. But what is E if fully saturated? Diba yung mayayari sa E kapag saturated soil, S is equal to 100%, ito na yung formula niya. Moisture content multiplied by the specific gravity. So ito lang yung nagbago sa zero air void unit weight. So yan lang yung napalitan. So as you solve more problems, mas marami ka pang relationships na makikita. Now we will discuss naman the formula of relative density. Now take note na yung E dyan, yan yung void ratio in situ or galing sa field. So yung tawag natin dyan is field void ratio. Yung Emax naman tsaka Emin, makukuha mo yan kapag kinumpak mo na yung soil. So usually yung quantities na yan given din sa problem to solve the relative density. Since galing naman yan sa laboratory. But basically, yung Emax is based on the loosest condition and yung E minimum naman is based on the densest condition. Now, we also want to discuss this one since bakit loosest if Emax? Di ba yung formula ng gamma dry is GS gamma W over 1 plus E. So if you use Emax, yan yung mas malaki na value between Emax and Emin. Di ba if the denominator is larger, then this would be a lesser value. Lesser unit weight meaning hindi nakakumpak yung soil. Kapag mas kinumpak kasi natin yung soil, mas lalaki yung unit weight. So that's why Emin would correspond to the densest state. Ayan. Bale, inversely proportional sa E, yung gamma dry, basically. So, that's why you would notice dito, ayan, 1 over gamma D minimum corresponds to E max. Ayan. So, bale, YD minimum is equal to GS gamma W divided by 1 plus E max. So, corresponding pa rin yan sa E maximum. And yung gamma D max naman is simply equal to GS gamma W over 1 plus E minimum. So 1 over gamma D max corresponds to E minimum. So you don't have to memorize this one pala. Ayan, kahit ito lang. Now what I actually want to discuss more is the derivation of these formulas kahit up to gamma saturated lang, since yung iba naman makukuha mo by using the previous formulas, yung iba sa ilalim. Let's try to derive this formula. We go back sa definition ng unit weight. Unit weight is equal to W divided by V. Ayan. And we also have the following definitions para sa void ratio, porosity, degree of saturation, and moisture content. So, lagay natin yan. Let us use only the volume ratios and let's derive the following. Now, from here, W is equal to, move natin yung V sa kabila. This would be equal to gamma multiplied by the volume. Of course, the volume should correspond to the element in the soil. So, if you want the moist unit weight, this one, diba, this would include everything. Soil solid, water, and air. So, the total weight would be gamma of air multiplied by the volume of air plus gamma of water multiplied by the volume of water, VW, then plus gamma of soil multiplied by the volume of soil. Ayan. And our total volume would be VA plus VW plus VS. Ayan. Now, since the unit weight of air is relatively smaller than the unit weight of water and the unit weight of the soil solid, then we can just cancel this term. If this will become 0, the volume of air will also be neglected, at least in the numerator. Ayan, but dito sa denominator, we still keep it. Now, itong gamma S, since yung unit weight ng materials relative to water palagi, yung calculation ng specific gravity, then gamma S is actually equal to the specific gravity of the soil solid multiplied by the unit weight of water. So we can convert this one. We turn this into GS times gamma W. So we would have gamma W times the volume of water plus GS multiplied by gamma W. We multiply this by the volume of solid. Then divide natin by the total volume. Yan yung total volume, V. So ngayon, sa denominator naman, para ma-simplify natin, yung VA plus VW, volume of air and volume of water, combine na lang natin as the volume of voids. Then plus the volume of solid. Ayan. Now, from this relationship, the degree of saturation is equal to the volume of water divided by the volume of voids. Therefore, if we want the volume of water alone, ayan, we can express this as the degree of saturation multiplied by the volume of voids. So, galing yan sa equation na to. Now, if we look at E, the void ratio naman, we can express the volume of voids as Vs multiplied by E. So, we have this formula right here. Now, kapag kinumbine natin yung dalawa, this one and this one, we replace V sub V by Vs multiplied by E, then V sub W will be equal to S multiplied by Vs multiplied by E. Ayan. So, we can replace this function, yung VW, by this particular term. So, mayari dyan, yung gamma W, ilalabas natin. Then, yung VW, papalitan natin sa term na to. Substitute natin dyan. Ibahin lang natin yung kulay. So, here we have S multiplied by Vs multiplied by E. Then, plus, yung gamma W, malalabas na. We actually need a bracket. We have GS multiplied by Vs. Yan yung matitira dyan. Then, we divide the whole expression by the volume of voids plus the volume of solid. Ayan. But we can also replace this term. Diba alam natin na yung V sub V is equal to Vs multiplied by E. So, replacing that term, this one, we would have gamma W. We can also now factor out Vs. So, we have Vs multiplied by S multiplied by E, then plus GS. Then, sa denominator, yung V sub V will become Vs multiplied by E, then we have plus Vs. But we can now factor out Vs. This is actually equal to Vs multiplied by E plus 1. So, rewrite lang natin yung equation with this one as the denominator. Notice na magka-cancel yung Vs. So, cancel yan, ito rin. So, yung matitira na lang, gamma W, this one, multiplied by GS plus S multiplied by E. We have this term. Then, sa denominator, we have 1 plus E. Same lang sa E plus 1. So, that's how we derive this formula from only these relationships. Ayan. Now, for gamma saturated, madali lang since alam natin na from this formula, if the degree of saturation is equal to 100%, which is equal to 1 lang din, if this becomes 1, then, di ba, magiging 1 multiplied by E. So, that's why we have E here. So, kapag na-derive mo na yan, meron ka na ding formula sa gamma saturated. Now, how about for gamma dry? For gamma dry, this term will actually cancel. Ayan. Since, di ba, excluding water yan. So, bale, yung gamma dry will just be equal to, itong dalawa na yung magka-cancel, yung matitira na lang, gamma S multiplied by Vs. And we divide this by this term na lang, yung Vs multiplied by E plus 1. Now, we know that gamma S is just equal to Gs multiplied by gamma W. So, replace na lang natin. Gs times gamma W. Magka-cancel yung Vs. So, yung matitira na lang, Gs gamma W divided by E plus 1. Which is the same sa formula na yan. And you can also derive by using the same expression na ginamit natin kanina. Di ba, in-express natin yung Vs as 1. And yung Vv naman, in-express natin siya as E. Pwede rin yan. And we can obtain the total weight by using this formula. Gamma multiplied by volume. So, kaya sinulat ko yan kanina. Bale, yung gamma moist would be equal to, the total volume is just equal to Vs plus E, or 1 plus E. Ayan. For the total weight of solid, we have Gs gamma W multiplied by the volume of solid. And the volume of solid can be treated as 1. Now, for water naman, we have gamma W multiplied by the volume of water. So, to obtain the volume of water, we can actually multiply S and E. Since, di ba, yung S equal to VW over V sub V. And E naman is equal to V sub V over V sub S. So, this will cancel. Matitira na lang VW over Vs. But since we treated Vs as 1, so S multiplied by E is just equal to VW. Ayan, this will become 1. So, for the volume of water, we can use S multiplied by E. And we can do the same for the other formulas. Now, meron pa palang kulang. Hindi pa natin na-discuss yung formula na SE is equal to GS multiplied by W, or this one. So, we go back to the moisture content being equal to the weight of water over the weight of, ito na lang, weight of solid yan. Rewrite na lang natin para mas clear. WW over WS. Ayan. So, di ba yung WW, weight of water, is just equal to gamma of water multiplied by the volume of water. Ayan. And we divide this by the total weight of the soil solid, which is just equal to GS multiplied by gamma of water multiplied by the volume of solid. So, notice na yung gamma W will just cancel. So, we are left with the moisture content is equal to VW divided by GS multiplied by Vs. Ayan. But na-express din natin kanina na yung VW, volume of water, is also equal to this one. S multiplied by Vs multiplied by E. So basically, we have S times Vs multiplied by E divided by GS Vs. This will cancel. So the moisture content is equal to Se divided by GS. That's why we have this formula. So medyo maraming workarounds talaga. If you know the properties, you know the derivations, wala nang problema sa topic na to.